This is Glarus, maybe the prettiest Swiss canton no one really talks about. This Easter we set off on a road trip to discover what this hidden gem has to offer. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago I had a skiing accident, hence why we had to deploy a wheelchair to make this trip possible.
Our first stop was the Aussichtspunkt Chapf, a viewpoint overlooking the Walensee. This beautiful lake is shared between the cantons of St.Gallen and Glarus, which you can see on the opposite shore. The viewpoint also offers an excellent view onto the Murg Massif, whose highest peak is 2,441 metres above sea level.
After enjoying the lake views from above, we drove to Murg, a small town on the shore of Walensee. Being here made us appreciate how steep the cliffs are below the viewpoint we just visited. Driving back to our Airbnb, we caught the glimpse of the waterfall that we would later explore as well.
It was time for a barbecue to fuel us up for the next day of adventures. The following day, we went to Braunwald, a tiny village in the municipality of Glarus Süd. And when I say tiny, I mean 308 inhabitants as of 2009. The village is car-free, so the only way to access it is via funicular from Linthal. Braunwald is located at 1,256 metres above sea level, offering an incredible view into the valley of the Linth River, surrounded by the Glarus and Schwyz Alps.
We took a supposedly wheelchair-accessible trail, which in reality was only accessible thanks to the muscle power of my wonderful friends. Next, we headed on Klausenstrasse, the road connecting cantons of Glarus and Uri.
According to legend, the border between Glarus and Uri was decided by a running race through this valley. After oversleeping and missing the start, the runner from Glarus was forced to carry his victorious opponent back to Uri. The point at which he collapsed and died is where the border lies today.
In summer you can continue on this road and over the Klausen mountain pass. Unfortunately for us, we had to turn back as the pass was closed due to snow. The next day we headed towards Elm in Glarus Süd. There we took a gondola up to a ski resort, but not to actually do any skiing obviously. We came here for the view onto the Glarus Thrust. This is an impressive geological formation whereby the older rock sits on top of the newer one with a clearly defined line between the two.
Following a pit stop involving hot chocolate and Easter egg fights, we headed back down and onto our next destination. Klöntalersee is located in Glarus. There's a road on the north shore of the lake that you can drive or walk on. It offers incredible views onto the Glarus mountain massif with the Rütli peak at almost 3,000 metres. In summer, you can do a circular hike all the way around the lake. However, in winter, the path on the south shore is buried in snow, so you have to keep to the road on the north shore. As the evening arrived, the lake became very still, creating incredible reflections.
On the last day of our trip, we drove to the St.Gallen side of Walensee lake. Remember those waterfalls we saw on the first day? They're called Seerenbach Falls, and we finally came to see them. Unfortunately, the wheelchairable path ended very quickly and it was time for some hiking on crutches. It was tough, but well worth the effort. Look at the view!
Seerenbach Falls is a cascade of 3 waterfalls with a total drop of 585 metres. The wider waterfall on the side is formed by a Brienzersee, a karst spring created by a river cave system, and it can only be seen when the water in the system overflows.
It was time to drive back on Betliserstrasse, a tiny road carved out right in the rock face. To regulate the one-way traffic, this road is only open for you to drive on twice an hour in each direction. This nerve-wracking drive took us about 7 minutes. It was accompanied by the relentless beeping of the parking sensors and the surprised looks and laughter of the pedestrians.
Did anyone breathe in the last 7 minutes?
We drove back to Neuchâtel on the scenic route past Lake Lucerne.
We stopped to admire picture-perfect Swiss views, and to see Rütli, the meadow where representatives of Uri, Schwyz and Unterwalden took an oath, marking the foundation of the old Swiss Confederacy back in 1291. Stop of the trip was Iseltwald on Lake Brienzersee with its incredibly blue water. After 4 days of adventure in Glarus and its surroundings, we can confidently say, this beautiful area of Switzerland is a true hidden gem and is 100% worth exploring.
Thank you for watching. Let us know if you visited Glarus before or what you thought about it. See you in the next one.
Bye.